The question of social media and the impact on our society and on politics is a really good question, and it's a big question. What I really like about social media is that it allows me as a public person to have a two-way conversation with the people of Alberta without having to actually be in the same room. Now, I don't think it can or should ever replace that face-to-face conversation. I actually really enjoy that part of it as well, and I think it's really important that we don't ever lose the face-to-face conversation piece. What I see in politics, especially in Alberta, is the government and government MLAs and government officials who are online continue to do things in an old-fashioned way. It's very much a top-down, information out, I'll tell you kind of a model, whereas the rest of the world is starting to operate on that two-way conversation. I mean, when you can go to a restaurant and log a review of that restaurant online while also buying tickets to a movie and then sending your friend a text all in between the time that you sat down and the time that you ordered your first drink, people have an expectation of being able to access their elected officials. Right now there's a lot of talk about whether or not it's fair or unfair in terms of the criticism that Alison Redford's facing for being out of the country while the legislature's sitting. I think that it's a symbol of the level of expectation the people of Alberta have of their public figures. Someone told me on the weekend they were worried that level of scrutiny was going to keep people out of politics. I actually see that entirely opposite. I actually think it means that the people who don't have anything to hide, people who are going into politics from a position of public service, will be the ones who are very successful in politics because they're willing to engage. I think if you're not willing to engage in a conversation online, any more so than you're willing to engage in a conversation in person, then I'm not sure that that's the kind of person that ought to be in politics.